We often think about growth as this kind of gentle, easy process. But what if real transformation requires something a little more intense? What if it requires fire, an intentional fire that forges something new, something truly unbreakable?
Just think about it for a second. Has anything, I mean anything, truly extraordinary ever been created in total comfort? Nope. Everything that lasts, everything that's truly great, requires some heat, some pressure to become what it's meant to be.
You're not getting steel without a furnace. It's just not going to happen.
And you know what? It's the exact same for our own character. It gets forged when we face challenges, not when we run away from them.
And wisdom, well, that doesn't come from easy answers. It gets refined in the fire of experience. And this powerful, ancient idea of a transformative internal fire, it actually has a name. In Hindu Dharma, this concept is called Tapas. It's all about this intentional fire we apply to ourselves to become stronger, clearer, and way more purposeful. So, let's break down exactly what that really means. The whole secret is right there in the name. The Sanskrit root, top, literally means to heat, to burn, or, and this is the important part, to refine. This isn't about random hardship that just happens to you. This is a conscious, intentional process. It's purification by choice. And right away, this clears up the biggest misconception out there. Tapas is not, I repeat, not self-punishment or suffering for its own sake. It's not about rejecting comfort. It's about developing mastery over comfort, so your moods and whims don't control you anymore. It's all about purposeful refinement. So what does this inner fire actually do? Well, think of it like a purifier. It's there to burn away all the junk that holds us back. The laziness, the fear, the ignorance. And as it burns that away, it forges our discipline into real, tangible strength. And hey, this isn't some new age idea. The significance of tapas is incredibly profound and ancient. According to the Rig Veda, one of the oldest sacred texts on the planet, the entire universe was born from this cosmic heat. That's how fundamental this force is.
To really see how this works in practice, we've got to look at a classic story of transformation. This is the story of Vishwamitra, and it just brilliantly illustrates the power of Tapas.
So Vishwamitra starts out as this powerful, ego-driven king, right? And he wants the highest spiritual status you can possibly achieve, Brahmarshihood. But his own flaws, his anger, his pride, they caused him to fail again and again. So what did he do? He returned to the method. He went back to the fire of tapas. And through years of restraint, discipline, and solitude, the fire didn't just help him achieve his goal, it completely reshaped who he was. He earned his status not by his royal birth, but by his commitment to this intense inner work.
And that right there is the key takeaway from his story. The whole point of tapas isn't to manipulate the world around you to make your life easier. The goal is to reforge the person who experiences that world. It literally changes you from the inside out. Okay, so this all sounds amazing in ancient stories, but how does any of this apply to us right now? Well, the really good news is you don't need to retreat to a forest or a cave to practice tapas.
It all comes down to a fundamental shift in mindset. You could even call it intentional adversity or discomfort training. See, practicing tapas means you stop asking, how do I feel today? And you start asking, what must be done? You learn to operate from commitment, not your mood. Your feelings become useful data, for sure, but they don't get the deciding vote.
So here are 5 really practical, modern ways to build that fire. How about digital tapas? Just choosing to put the phone down instead of scrolling endlessly. Speech tapas, resisting that urge to fill every silence or to gossip. Body tapas, this is a big one, moving your body even when you really don't feel like it. Mind tapas, just sitting with boredom for a minute instead of immediately reaching for a distraction. And commitment tapas, simply finishing what you start.
And look, the key here is that it's not about massive, heroic acts of self-denial. It's about the small, consistent choices. Every single one is like adding a tiny log to your inner fire. And over time, all those small fires build an incredible, roaring source of inner strength. Now, this next part is absolutely crucial. We have to make a really important distinction here. There is a healthy way to practice tapas and a very destructive one. Remember, the goal is to refine yourself, not to break yourself. So here's the critical difference. True tapas, which is called sattvic tapas, is purposeful, it's balanced, and it strengthens you. It's aligned with your higher purpose. False tapas, or tamasic tapas, is driven purely by ego. It's extreme, it's for show, and it ultimately just weakens you. So let's be super clear. If your practice is breaking you down physically or mentally, it's not tapas, it's just self-harm.
But when you practice it the right way, the results are so clear. You're not just enduring life, you're building something inside you. You develop greater emotional strength so you can respond instead of just reacting. You gain this incredible mental clarity as all those distractions start to lose their power over you. And you build this deep spiritual confidence in your own ability to follow through.
So let's just be honest with ourselves. This practice is not meant to be comfortable. In fact, its power lies precisely in that discomfort. That friction is where the heat gets generated, and that heat is what refines you. That's the whole point.
This is the perfect way to think about it. The fire of tapas isn't there to destroy your essential self. No way. It's there to burn away everything that isn't you, everything that's hiding your true, brilliant nature. It's a process of revelation.
So, this transformative fire is a tool, and it's available to every single one of us. It's not about becoming someone else, but about becoming more fully and authentically yourself. So the only question left to ask is, what will you build with it?